It's me and it's
Hello!
her. Oh God, here we go. So, in today's short video assembly, what next? So, in terms of what's going to happen next over the next couple of weeks, now, assessment still to do, when will you finish actual lessons, what happens after you finish school and when you're getting ready for college, and actually what happens in terms of your results and making sure everything's done and dusted, ready for you to go off and relax and start thinking about the next stage in your education. So, first of all, you were emailed a booklet last week to your parents, and there's a paper copy today for you, and for every single subject it lists all of the assessments that are being used as evidence for your grade. What you can do later on in this session is have a look through that. For each subject I'd suggest you go through with a pen, tick off all the ones you've done, make a note maybe, or if you're missing an English assessment you need to talk to your English teacher and raise any concerns now. Just make sure you're really clear on which bits count, and over the coming couple of weeks you've got opportunities to redo some assessments, etc., or add more evidence. Don't waste those opportunities. If that makes the difference, 1 mark here or 1 mark there will make the difference between one grade and another. Okay, on happier thoughts.
Oh, it's my turn. Let's talk about the prom. So, coming up soon, we have the prom. That is a nice smile. Do you use that when you be photographed in your prom outfit? Very
Yeah, I like
nice.
prom.
Well, here is a picture of the prom last year. Unfortunately, only 2 guests last year, myself and Mr. Doherty. And whilst it was a lot of fun, we'd quite like more of you to be able to come this year. So, pleasingly, loads and loads of you have already bought the tickets. I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about it. So it's on Friday the 16th of July. As you know, it's at the Marriott, and at the moment it is on. We can't guarantee that, of course. We don't know what Boris is going to come up with, what he's going to say, but at the moment the Marriott is happening, the prom is happening. We don't know if the Marriott are going to make certain rules up about masks, about distancing, about the welcoming in bit when all the prom crowds are there. We don't know what's going to happen, but we'll let you know as soon as we do. So, bit of information. First of all, when you're going to buy your outfit, have you got your outfit?
Oh, I'm already dressed in it right now.
Oh, looking good. So what we need is, don't spend too much money on your outfits just in case, but go out there, get your outfits. See Miss Nicholas once you've got your table group and let her know who's in your group. So we need 10 people to a table. She sent you out a Google form already about some themes, so fill that in. Fill in the form about what food you want, whether you're vegetarian or not, whether you consent to your photograph being taken. And there is a prom committee, so if you've got a burning desire to have your ideas heard, then Friday, break 1 in the dance studio each week over the next few weeks. Tell Miss Nicholas how to make it the best prom ever. Over to you, Mr. Doherty. Exciting information. Oh, sorry.
Just as exciting as the prom is malpractice. Well, maybe not. In all the guidance about the grades this year and the assessments and all the stuff we've shared with you and your parents and discussed with staff, what we need to be really clear on is that if you're putting in pieces of evidence, you are going to be, for every single subject, hopefully circling a Y here on your evidence forms. You can confirm that all of that evidence is your own unaided work, and you can confirm that you are aware of what evidence is being used to help come up with your final grade. And that's why that booklet that you're getting today, it's important you go through it and make sure it agrees with everything your teachers have told you, and you raise any questions or concerns now. So you'll be able to circle yes and yes. You will do your squibbly signature. You'll print your name so exam board inspectors, etc., can read it and we'll be able to trace it back. And the only thing I need to mention about malpractice is, just like in a normal year, if somebody's caught cheating in an exam, or if somebody is caught cheating this year with evidence, what malpractice means is an exam board can put a sanction in place. For example, they might sanction a student who was caught cheating and say they are unable to sit any public exams for 4 or 5 years. What that would mean for that person is they can do no exams for 4 or 5 years. They couldn't go on to A-levels because they won't be able to sit exams. So when it talks about public exams, it's real exams. So it's really important that you're signing to say it's your own evidence, completely your own unaided work, etc. If you have any concerns about that at all, talk to your teachers.
Okay, yes, we are on Posh. Posh Yearbooks is what we heard you want.
They can't see me.
Oh, sorry. We need to be able to ensure we see you. So watch out. You've got an email from Miss Nicholas about this. And the important thing, I'm afraid, is that we do need you to pay up front, because the Posh Yearbook Company won't give us any unless we have at least 50 in our order. So £16 needs to be paid to the school bank by the end of this half term, by Friday the 28th of May. And then Miss Nicholas is going to be running around with a camera, maybe some frames and props and so on, to get you to take some photos ready for the prom. So ensure you're always looking your best from now till half term. Be ready for your photo opportunity. Is it your turn next for some of the boring stuff?
Yes. Some of the really interesting.
Sorry, guys.
Stuff.
Sorry.
Okay, so the next thing, it's seamless. It's like this is like some sort of Hollywood movie.
So well rehearsed.
So well rehearsed, like we've never rehearsed it. Working out grades, and just before Easter, you were given a grade. And at the time, a lot of the evidence, and it said on the letters you got through the grades, that we based our evidence on November mocks, etc. Well, you've done 3 more weeks of assessments. You're getting a new set of grades today at the end of this video. It's based on the evidence so far, and there is still evidence to collect. But this should now be a more realistic grade. This has got more evidence behind it. It'll probably be closer to what the final grade is, although can't say that for definite. All the materials you're producing, all the evidence, everything we're doing is being internally moderated and external quality assurance. So for the exam boards, we will send them samples of work. They will choose subjects, they will choose students, we will send away the work, and the way we're doing it, we are really sure that they won't be changing our judgments, and that's why we're doing it the way we're doing it, and how well you've been doing it. So I do like a hoodie, but 21, my age, nice.
Me again, I get to talk about all the exciting things. So hoodies, we're hoping that you want some hoodies with your names on the back, and ALNS obviously instead of school name, because you are the 2021 leavers, and we don't want you to ever forget about this time at school. So easy peasy. If you have a look at the website link that is on our Instagram or our website or the Facebook, all of those things, you will find the company link to get a hoodie. You very simply log on, order one, pay your £18. Loads and loads of colours that you can choose from to get your very own ALNS hoodie. Is it you?
Nice pause there at the end. Seamless, like you almost thought.
I did.
And just thinking about the next couple of weeks, you've got 2 more weeks of assessments.
Wait a minute.
Okay, sorry.
That's better.
Sorry, more important than your assessments is how Miss looks on camera. So, everybody needs to do the same assessments for fairness. Attendance is absolutely vital, so even if you're just coming in for an assessment and you can't make the rest of the day because you're too ill, that's fine. Come in, make an effort, don't miss it and then miss out on it and not have that evidence and not have those marks in your favour. 2 things here. If there are any circumstances at all that have affected your results, such as something major has happened in your family, or if you're really ill at the moment but you haven't actually told anybody, it's really important that you make your teacher aware, or your tutor, somebody amongst the staff, make them aware that the circumstances at the moment, and then we can actually look into that and take account of that when we're judging the evidence. But it has to be obviously evidenced itself, so doctors' notes, etc, etc. And then the other thing is, there's no point after half term telling us that you're worried about this or you're not sure about this. If you have any concerns at all about what we've been doing over these 6 weeks in each subject, doing the assessments and the evidence for your grade, if you've got any concerns about that whole process, raise those now. Me and Miss Holness, every second break, are in the Year 11 village. You've got your tutors, you've got your heads of house, there's plenty of avenues for you to raise concerns now, but those have to be raised while you're still in school during this half term. Okay? And my favourite event, eating more than everybody else.
Okay, so Year 11 barbecue, Wednesday the 23rd of June. Guess where it's taking place? ALNS. Out on our field, hopefully, loads of food. We can see everyone, you can all relax because you've had a really tough time this last couple of years, and especially these last few weeks. We can just chill out. It's going to be really hot and sunny, I've been told. Might do a little bit of sport if you fancy taking on Mr. Hutton and just showing him finally who's boss on the football pitch. More information to follow. Your turn.
Come on, quick.
Sorry.
You'll have lost their attention span by now. Do you not want...
Hang on.
We lost that on the first slide.
College, though, this is important.
Now, as Miss said, it hasn't been your normal year 11 or year 10, and most of you have either waiting for replies from apprenticeships, or you're waiting to see if you've secured your college place. So you're going to wait till you get your grades on the 12th of August, and then you'll be ready to move on. However, there is going to be some work provided by the colleges for you to do over the next half term. So some of them are just open days and open events for you to go to and your parents to go to. Some of it is actually preview work they're expecting you to do, because to help you bridge that gap between GCSE and A-level. So there's some activities to do and work like that, and more information on that will come out from Miss Etherington and Mr Hutton. So all of that will go out onto the Instagram at the ALNS 2021 Instagram that Miss talks about.
Do you know anything about social media at all?
Do you talk about it in a minute?
Yeah, I'll talk about it in a minute.
She talks about it in a minute. I was about to say she just talked about it, but I was actually looking at the future. So there will be some work from some subjects in school which is optional for students to do. There will be some work from your college courses or the next providers to move on. And I know some of you have already arranged some work experience where you're moving on to apprenticeships, etc. So it isn't just a matter that we finish this half term after the end of assessments and then that's it, you're on summer holiday. There is some valuable stuff to do so that you're actually confident starting college and ready for it. Oh, that's where the Instagram stuff was.
There's the Instagram. Do you just want to tell them, because you did it so well just now?
Yeah, well, you tell them.
Okay. So we have got an ALNS Instagram page for all things year 11. So sign up to it. Is that what you do with Instagram? I don't really know. I don't do Instagram.
They just have to follow you.
Oh, follow. So
follow it. Oh,
okay. Follow the account name ALNS.2021. That's because you go to ALNS and this is the year 2021. Hopefully that'll help you remember it.
And if you go onto that now, there's stuff on there about yearbooks, there's stuff on there about hoodies, and over the coming weeks there'll be stuff on there about prom and everything else you need to know. So that's the place to be.
It is the place to be.
One more slide. Next slide, please. The end to timetabled lessons is 2 weeks today, the last day of half term. That's your last time in timetabled lessons, it's not your last time in school. What that means is, after half term, there's going to be some of you who have a missed assessment, or you're so close to one grade or another that you've been given the opportunity, do you want to do an extra assessment in this subject? There's a few people who will need to just come in and polish off, either they've missed a bit of coursework or they've not quite finished it to the standard they want to. So you've still got that first week back after half term where you could come and add to that evidence. Again, you're talking to your teachers about that and they're letting us know who's in. And the last thing is, at the end of that assessment progress, you have to have signed all those evidence forms. So there might be some of you popping in, etc., to sign evidence forms. And again, your teachers will communicate with you if you're needed for that. So we're envisaging that for most of you, you have finished all of your assessments, everything's done and dusted, ready for half term. And for a few of you, it might be more in some areas or some subjects, there'll be some of you coming in just to get a few bits finished off in that first week back. And then we're moderating, marking all the work, making all the judgments and submitting all of that to the exam boards. And hopefully by then you're getting on with your college preparation or your apprenticeship preparation, wherever you're heading.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It is very exciting. And can I just say, and we've both talked about this a lot, 99% of you have been phenomenal. The way you handled year 10 and came back at the end for those 6 days in year 10. Then you started year 11 amazingly, like nothing had ever happened during year 10 that damaged your education. You made massive progress up to Christmas. We had another lockdown. You engaged massively in that. And actually, at this current moment, you're in a really strong position to get great grades to take forward with you for the rest of your life. 2 more weeks of that focus, hard work, and this isn't about friends or anything else at this stage. This is all about finishing strongly and getting the best you possibly can get. So good luck with that over the next 2 weeks, and that's what the staff are here for as well.
You can do it. You can do it.
You can
well
do
done.
it. There you
Good
go.
luck.
Motivational words. And thank you for listening.